So the fact is, a lot of people's jobs right now are dependent less upon like, hey, could AI do your job theoretically? It's more about, hey, this organization, like, what are its incentives and what are its resources at a particular moment in time. So if you're a university, and let's say I came to a university registrar and was like, hey, like, you can get rid of half these employees. Like, you know, I need to just do this stuff with AI. Like, is the university's culture such that they're going to turn around and do that? Like, maybe, maybe not. Like, maybe if like a really hard time comes to that university, if you're a public employee, it's the same thing. You know, like the issue is that like healthcare, when you talk about the radiologist, healthcare is going to be one of these protected industries because even if you can do some things with AI, like the medical lobby will just be like, it's got to be human. Then there are going to be certain workers in certain industries. I'm going to use ad agencies as an example that comes to mind, where it's like, we don't give a shit about what goes on in that. Like the ad agency is going to be like purely efficiency driven. Insurance company, same thing. You know, it's like financial institution, same. They're going to be a very ruthless market efficient actor, and if they look around and say, hey, it turns out I can do this department's job with half the workers, then we're going to do it. So you're going to see different parts of the economy respond in different ways, and I think that there's going to be an instinctive sense of this, and people are going to go try and flow towards areas that are more politically protected.
That's an interesting theory. I mean, I do think that the model that people have of AI replacement, where you just walk in one day and you find out that you lost your job and everyone's been laid off, and I think that's never quite been true, but I think it's especially not true with AI, because what's going to happen, it's not that the hospital or the insurance company or the consulting firm is just going to install some AI and then fire 50% of the workers the next day, right? It's going to be more often that there's a new startup that does a lot of the same stuff as the hospital or the consulting firm or whatever else, but it uses AI. And so it only has 20 people, and it's doing the work that the competitors need hundreds or thousands of people to do. And as that small company takes over market share from this much bigger company, the bigger company is going to have to do layoffs, and the smaller company is going to stay pretty small. I mean, one example I wrote about in my book is what's been happening in China with this company called MyBank. MyBank is a lender. They lend billions of dollars a year for home and car loans and stuff like that. And their innovation is this proprietary automated system that they basically claim can evaluate someone for a loan and make a decision about it with no human being required. It's a totally software-driven AI approach. And because
they check
of
my
that,
social media and see if I seem reliable. Like, what do they do?
I have no idea. They have it's probably similar to something like a social credit score or a regular credit score. I'm sure they take some information from your bank, and they basically assess your credit worthiness and issue you a loan on the spot with no underwriter or loan officer there to do it. And because they've been so efficient, they've been able to take a lot of market share from these banks and loan firms that have tens of thousands of loan officers who are sitting there manually, approving the loans. And so, those banks and lending firms are going to have to lay people off eventually because they can't compete. So that's, I think, more how it's going to go.